guys, welcome back to another Gears of War video. This is your boy Atriox, and we're back talking about Gears. So, basically, I was looking at this article a little bit earlier, but there's not too much into it. It's just basically this guy summarizes it for Gears. I've been following Gears feed and they're just kind of talking about it. But I do have the SBOT's Wire interview pulled up, the transcript pulled up. So we're gonna dive into that one too, right? So basically, the whole game is supposed to be it's gonna be set in Kelowna, right? And they're using the Unreal Engine 5 to rip the city apart, which is gonna be interesting. I wonder if there's gonna be breakable buildings and stuff like that. We'll see. The game will be linear, thankfully. No more open world with Gears of War 5. Gears of 5, it was cool, little, I guess, almost RPG like type element, but Gears of War should be linear. Like, I feel like that's the best pattern forward in terms of like campaign wise. It says heavy things here. I'm guessing that's like more along the lines of like horror. That's good to know, right? Okay, so reinventing a mad world. Why Gears of War E-Day represents the future of the series. Hopefully they can stick with the dark tone. Like, I really like the dark tone setting for Gears of War, because that's like, you know, what it started with, and the fact that they got away from it like in Gears 3, like, and going forward, like, I prefer we go back to that. I really miss that kind of aspect, right? So Gears of War E-Day was unveiled, a surprise announcement during the Xbox Game Showcase today, alongside the explosive trailer that takes away blah 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 E-Day. Okay, so basically it's just talking about, like, you know, the actual trailer. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even think we were gonna get the trailer. Like, I was hoping for it, but I didn't think we were gonna get it to this one. So I'm kind of glad that they did tease it for us. Speaking to creative director Matt Searcy and brand director Nicole Fawcette, I find that the vibe inside the coalition is ecstatic. The team is absolutely thrilled to finally be sharing E-Day with the world. Over the last few years, the studio has remained purposely quiet, but continuously busy wrapping up Gears of War 5. I'm gonna be honest, they haven't touched the game in years, no? I feel like we've had the same message forever in Gears of War. Like, I don't know. It felt like it's been years. Shipping is Hive, Bust DLC, and Gears Tactics. Okay, Gears Tactics, I understand that. All the while adapting to the COVID pandemic, blah blah blah. That makes sense. We realized that a lot of the words we use to describe the franchise were what our fans also use. Phrases like brotherhood, brutality, pathos, all says Searcy. Why E-Day? That's the moment it all comes together. It's the heart of Gears universe. Everything that happens is shaped by this day. Exactly. This is the start of Gears, bro. Like, this is literally the start of Gears. Like, right, the 14 years set, it being set 14 years before Gears of War 1. Like, this game has to bang, bro. Because this game cannot fall flat. Because like Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 2 are like some of my favorite Gears games. Like, I need this to bang, bro. Like, they can't mess it up, bro. Let me stop pressing. I'm sorry, guys. Fans of these mainline Gears of War games can expect to feel at home with the Gears of War E-Day. The Coalition is working to recreate and improve the series' trademark third-person action, charging between cover and life-or-death situations, all set within an explosive campaign that combines satisfying gameplay and an emotive, character-led storyline. However, all this is told through a modern lens and rooted in groundbreaking technology, giving the Coalition room to really improve on the elements. It's a careful balance, a classic Gears of War game that feels authentic next to the original, but with a truly next-gen tech behind it. Okay. This is a really bold statement to say. Because Gears of War 4 and 5, I mean, they're good, but I wouldn't say they're faithful to the originals. I feel like it's like a copy and paste type feel, but, you know, it is what it is. It's going to feel like a Gears. I say copy and paste because, like, you know, the pattern they go. Like, somebody dies, someone like close to the person dies every game. I don't know. It's very similar. Bringing the monsters back. Gears of War E-Day is set 14 years before the events of the original Gears of War and tells the story of the first Locust emerges on Sarah. As the game unfolds, we'll get to see how ill-prepared the world responds to the threat, like the Locust. The coalitions are being very intentional to recast the Locusts, not simply as foes, but a living nightmare. This here, bro, I need that feeling of like when I was like freaking a kid playing Gears of War 1 for the first time, where drones actually felt like a threat, bro. Like, I want to see Krill return, bro. I want to see all of that, bro. And so, is the main antagonist of this game gonna be the dude that led the Locust before Rom? You know what would be cool? If they had, like, you can switch. They have a longer campaign, but have it switch between the humans and the locusts. So you play through the locusts like side of the story, kind of like they did with, I think it was a Gears of War 3 where they had you play as Rom. It would be cool to see you play as a young Rom throughout the story, and then you take over eventually for I can't remember his name. Starts with an S. I forget his name right now. I forget his name right now off the top of my head. These aren't your typical alien and zombie video game antagonists. Okay, everybody knows that. They're mysterious, formidable creatures that dwell beneath the earth. Well, okay, basic stuff. Studio director Arjen Hambeck explains further. When characters experience E-Day, they see through the monsters through the eyes of those encountering them for the first time. The design team prioritized redefining the locust drone, which has slowly become more canon fodder in the series. That is a mother freaking fact, bro. The locust became fodder, bro. That's exactly right. Because like the locusts they were never a threat. You always look, okay, you threat, you got the boomers, or you got like the new age, like big brawling motherfuckers. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head. But you had those guys, like drones felt like they died instantly. You know what I mean? Which has slowly become more canon fodder as the series progressed. We transformed the drone into something fearsome, physically intimidating, and utterly brutal. I believe it when I see it, bro. But like, I really hope that what they're saying here is true, bro. Because like, it would be nice to see like it'd be difficult to take down drones, especially because like we're probably not gonna have the chainsaw Lancer just because like during this time period the chainsaw Lancer wasn't made yet. I think wasn't it Gears? Was it Gears 2? Gears 1. I forget which. Oh man, it's been so long since I might even play the stories back. Just do like a let's play on the channel for Gears of War, going through the series. Let me know if that's something you guys want to see. But anyways, Hambeck wrote notes highlighting its enhanced status just behind Marcus and Dom in the announcement trailer. Getting the drone right was crucial. Everything else with the Locust was scaling up from there. And if that trailer was anything to go by, like I can't wait. I wonder if they'll have interactions where like the Locust could throw you around. That'd be kind of sick, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Just for the story mode, at least. Sorry, guys. It's a really lengthy article, so. Anyways, the E-Day reveal trailer with no time in reintroducing us to Marcus as he engages in brutal struggle with the affirmation Locust drone. Okay, we already seen that. You can feel the strain and helplessness as he jousts with an unspeakable monstrosity before finally fending it off, not with his retro lancer, but with a nearby TV set. It's a flavor from. Right. I mean, it starts off with the TV, but he really killed him with the retro lancer. But anyways, a nearby television set. Blah blah blah. The collision seeks to capture in Gears of War E-Day. Marcus and the world around him are not yet equipped for this level of threat. I'm so glad Marcus is back to being the main protagonist. Like, I know it's probably going to be for this game, but I'm sorry. Like, JD's okay, but he's not Marcus, bro. The eagle-eyed fans among you may have also noticed that the MK1 Lancer that Marcus briefly wields in the trailer featured a detachable bayonet. It's not the chainsaw-equipped gun we know from the wider series. Obviously, it's the retro Lancer. Fawcette confirms that to me, an E-Day is a story of main origins, including the chainsaw Lancer, but opts to keep specifics of the story to herself for now. Suffice to say, we're not just learning how Marcus and Dom came into the... Wait, hold on, what? We're not just learning how Marcus and Dom came to be the heroes we know in E-Day. Is there gonna be other, like... Are we taking control of other characters? Is there other characters we're gonna be taking control of in the game? I mean, I'm fine with it as long as it doesn't, like, detract from the whole overall story. Obviously, like, this is... Okay, I'm interested, bro. I'm interested. I wonder if this is gonna be like, where is this gonna be you and your boy, like just two people? I don't know. We'll see. Apparently, it's this spirit, but it's not a Gears game if you're not chainsawing Locust. Fawcette lads. Okay, I'm fine with chainsaws if it's just multiplayer. If it's just multiplayer, okay, I get it. I know some people might complain about the fact that like during this time period it should just be retro lancers, but if it's just retro lancers, bro, nah, bro, people ain't ready for that, bro. People ain't ready for that. People, cause like if he does the retro lances, people gonna be, you gonna have to shotgun fight, bro. Cause like a lot of people ain't gonna be able to use the retro lances the way they use lances. So like, you know, I don't know if they can handle that, bro. So yeah, I kind of understand where they're going with the chainsaw, but we'll see. Fans immediately recognize the trailer incursion of Mad World. Yep, the Tears for Fears track, famously covered by Gary Jules and used in the commercial for the original Gears of War game. Composer Adam Lasty, how you attempt to say that name? Has masterfully reimagined that iconic Mad World. Mr. Manuel plays as Marcus and Dom gaze into the locust decimated ruins of the city. A callback to the profound emotional depth of the landmark 2006 commercial. Unlike typical video game promotion of this time, this ad instead by portraying his hero as vulnerable and isolated, and sharply contrasting with the over-the-top marketing norms of that era. Which, I'm gonna be honest, like, I like the tone they took with this, because, like, I was in my feelings, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, like, that shit had me in my feelings, bro, because at first, I was like, bro, like, I didn't know he was young yet, so I thought this was, like, the future. So I'm like, wait, is Marcus 9 in the trailer? So, like, that definitely set me over the edge. The original Mad World commercial resonates because it portrayed a heroism rooted in vulnerability, not invincibility. We wanted to explore that element that made that ad memorable and impactful. This is true, because, like, this is, like, wasn't it Gears of War 3? Like, they had lost all their cities, and they're just kind of, like, on boats and stuff like that, so, like, I definitely get what they're saying here. As Marcus teeters on the edge in a fierce close battle with the Locust, he swiftly outsmarts the drum by planting the lancer into the wall, disengaging the bayonet and drowning his foes with kill shots. He takes a moment to recuperate before plummeting to the floorboard to what would presumably be his death as it becomes of a giant's emergence hole, which we've seen E-holes since Gears of War Judgment. But yeah, we haven't seen them since Gears of War Judgment, that's true. We see the reveal of a young Dom Santiago, reaching out to help him. For the longtime fans, it's an emotional homecoming like no other. This is a fact, bro. Because, like, you gotta understand something. Like, that was my favorite Gears play. He was my favorite Gears. So, like, when they killed him off, that scene of him running headfirst with the truck into the canister that blew everything up, like, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember if I cried, but I definitely got teary-eyed.
We're surrounded!
There's too many! We're not gonna make it! Hold them off! Just hold them off!
He's gone! He's gone! There's nothing you can do! Stop
Get
it!
off me! God
Stop
damn it! Let me get him out of there!
It's okay, Marcus. It's okay. Come on. We gotta go now. Your father still needs us.
Dom.
That scene was such a hard scene for me to watch, bro. But I absolutely loved it, bro, because like Dom had gone through so much, bro. He lost his kids. His wife pretty much was wasted away from depression while inside things, and like she got to the point where she was a vegetable and she couldn't even like react to Dom anymore. And Dom like knew he couldn't let her live like that. So dude, it was crazy. Dom's gone through so much shit, bro. And like the thing is, we might even see Ty. We might see Ming. We might, bro. Dude, there's so many characters we might see come back, bro. You might even see Anthony, bro. Like when Anthony gets conscripted, bro. No, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, maybe at the end of it, we might see Carmine join, just because like I imagine that this story is gonna take place in 10 years before Gears of War. That story right there, because Marcus was in jail for 4 years. So if we're going by that, the story's gonna take place probably in this beginning to mid to 10-year mark. That is like the general area, I assume, because for the years that he was before the fight, he was locked in jail. So that's my guess of it, how the story's gonna take place, right? The story is told. So the beginning of the Brotherhood, the story is of course told by the perspective of a younger Marcus and Dom. While the parents are seasoned veterans of the Pendulum Wars, the human conflict, everybody knows that. This is a wholly new threat for the pair to navigate. The best Gears of War games have these super emotional themes and shared burden belonging to trust and loyalty, and Marcus and Dom have a really interesting relationship going into E-Day, Searcy says. Of course, because like I think Carlos just died during the Pendulum Wars, so they have that like, it's like Carlos was his best friend, and then like that was his older brother. So like I assume that like that's like that's what they're talking about right there. Yeah, okay, so they're just saying the exact same thing. To give some background context leading to the story of E-Day, Marcus and Dom are connected through Dom's older brother, Carlos, who died in the battlefield with Marcus. The pair were best friends, so Marcus and Dom are in the early stages of forming a kinship over a shared loss and navigating these emotions together. Now, I have a feeling, and I could be wrong, I have a feeling they're going to show the mission Carlos dies. And if they do that, I will be happy. I will be so happy, bro. Because I want to see Carlos in the game. Even if he's with you for just a mission, and like they show him dying, bro, they got to do that, bro. Like that, it just makes the most sense. Because like, if they're gonna show that relationship of how like Carlos and Dom bonded, it would make the most sense to show Carlos dying. Like, and that could be like the character that dies in the game, or maybe we get two characters. Who knows? It would be sick, dude. I really hope they go that route. I kind of like just putting my own little fandom in there, but I hope they go that route. We're telling the story origin of Marcus and Dom and their bond. This is the bond that defines the franchise, Searcy adds. They're not just the characters we know from Gears of War 1 to 3. They don't have 10 years of fighting the Locust between them. When the game opens, they're supposed to be the piece on Sarah, and then they try to figure out life without this person they both loved. So this is like making me believe that that they're going to go that route with Carlos being in the first mission. Like maybe it'd be the last mission to end the Pendulum Wars, and like they show Carlos dying, bro. If they do that, dude, I'd be so happy, bro. I would be so happy. Like I'd be so happy, because I've always wanted to see Carlos in the game. People are going to get the formation of this brotherhood that is so akin to Gears. Now I wonder, because I think I remember in Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 2, if they go the route where it's just you and Marcus and Dom, and not like a 4-man team, or it's a 4-man team but they're separated from each other. I like the aspect of just you and a wingman going through a game. Like if they go that route, I would love that, bro. I really would. Like I like that route. Dealing with the new Locust threat becomes the most pressing concern for the two friends over the course of E-Day. With these emotional beats will still course through the story as you play. Oh, music's gonna be a big part of it. That's awesome. They're a lot more vulnerable, and I think this is a really modern take on those two characters, Fawcette explains. There's a weight they carry between them, and that creates a really interesting tension as they navigate their own relationship. You have this intimate story set amid this wider backdrop of what's happening in an apocalyptic day. I think for fans, it'll be really compelling to dig deep and explore their new bond. Explore their bond and how it changes over time. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong about this, but I don't think Dom and Marcus was that close yet. I think like bonding over Carlos' death is what drew them together into becoming really good friends. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section, because like I haven't read the books. I know key notes from my friends who read the books and told me about it. But yeah, anyways, from the ground up, key to the Coalition's vision is that another nod to the original game. E-Day won't just be a marvel of gameplay and storytelling, but of technology too. Game development has come a long way since Gears of War game. The Coalition, equipped it with Unreal Engine 5, is prepared to take full advantage. Okay, this is what I want to know. Like, what are we gonna get with the new engine? When the original Gears of War launched, its Marvel trailer was nothing short of a revelation, rendered entirely in engine. Wait, that was all an engine? Holy shit! It set a new benchmark for what gamers could expect directly from the gameplay experience. Rarity of at a time when the chasm between cinematic trailers and actual game graphics are notably wide. Epic Games used their own original Unreal Engine not only to showcase their confidence in the game's visual and performance capabilities, but also boldly declared the engine power. Coalition is honoring this legacy with the Gears of War E-Day reveal trailer powered by Unreal Engine 5. So with the advancements in Unreal Engine 5, the leap into technical abilities is tremendous, explains Kate Rayner. Tribute to Ignition. This includes over 100 times more environment and character details from Gears of War 5. And, oh my god, 100 times? Hardware, ray tracing, lighting, and reflection and shadows, next generation destruction and gore. Okay, so there's gonna be destruction in here, right? Destruction. If the environment isn't gonna be destructible, they wouldn't mention that. So we're probably gonna have some kind of thing where we can break buildings or like use the environment to kill enemies. Like, that's pretty sick. I like that. And gore and cutting edge animation technology, to name just a few of the countless improvements that make Gears of War E-Day an unrivaled visual experience. Our ambition is to once again set a new standard for technical excellence, Rayner added. We have fully modernized Gears of War from the ground up, infusing the DNA of Gears with full capabilities of the modern gaming technology. Every character, environment, and animation in Gears of War E-Day has been completely rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5, allowing us to portray Gears in a universe with unprecedented detail and fidelity. That's pretty sick, bro. That's pretty sick. I like that. The original Marvel trailer made a real statement by using in-engine footage. We're pushing that even further with Unreal Engine 5. Rayner continues, our goal with the announcement trailer was to highlight our commitment to pushing the boundaries of both storytelling and technology in the game and gaming. Fawcette adds, when you look at Marcus and Dom from the original game, they're big beefy tanks. Is that true? Exaggerating their designs. As you see in the trailer, you can see how these guys have really come to life as human characters. This is true. The future of Gears. Okay, so of course, this isn't the end of the ongoing stories in the Gears series. The team is content with the stories told in 4 and 5, and is by no means abandoning them, but the collective passion for it as such an iconic origin story was simply too great to ignore. The story of E-Day and the origins of Marcus and Dom are such powerful, pivotal events, the Coalition couldn't wait to tell it. Now, I'm being honest with you, like, though I'm not the biggest fan of 4 and 5, like, I don't want them to completely abandon it, because I feel like there's ways you could tell that story that, like, it's awesome, but if we go, like, it's something about the new, whenever you do, like, a sequel, like, to a story, right, and you go with kids, it's difficult to, like, capture that same pizzazz, I guess you would say, that the original had, because, like, you know, people have grown up fans of the original characters. You gotta understand this. Gears of War 1, 2, 3, Gears of War Judgment, and, like we grew up with Marcus and Dom as our main protagonists for the game. We've seen them grow. We've seen people die close to them, like in the story mode. Like, we've had big moments such as when Cole Train was in Gears of War 2, where he grabs the mic and literally he talks so much crap about Mira. Like, at that point, like, dude, there's so much that goes into that scene that makes it so powerful.
Back. Plug in and see what you can find.
We cannot allow the Lamberts to pollute the surface. We must bury their infection here. The world is rightfully ours.
Delta Squad is in your house, bitch! You hear that shit? Your grubby ass bitches are going down, like way down, dead down, so down you ain't gonna even know which way is up. Your ass is gonna be crying to your skink ass queen. Oh, mommy, you let the bad man hurt us. Fuck you! We gonna whoop your mama's ass! Whoa!
There we go. One muzzled queen. Not you, her. You were great. I loved your speech there, especially with the bitch-ass stuff. Very good, very enlightening.
Like, they had these epic moments and clashes and people dying that it just has a special place in people's hearts for Gears. So, like, it's very hard to replicate that in, like, a new form of the kids. So I get, like, you know, taking a step back and breathing, getting this story told, and then, like, based on the thing, try and figure out, like, how to continue that last story in Gears of War 6. So I think this is a good round. I feel like it was the right decision to move to a pivot, like, kind of just pivot to a different game, like, but eventually they do say they're gonna go back to it eventually. It's also important to note that E-Day is not a spin-off. It is a completely new entry to the mainline series, set earlier in the timeline. The events of the game not only serve as an exciting origin tale of two beloved characters, but also adds detail and context to the period that will resonate through the stories that follow. In E-Day, the Locusts are not foes that our characters are accustomed to fighting. This is true. They are mysterious, formidable, and overwhelming, an unforeseeable horror that Marcus and Dom and the rest of Sarah must learn to deal with before it's too late. Everything that happens in E-Day will shape the future of Gears of War for the better. This is a Gears of War story you've always wanted to hear, and it's going to be incredible. Keep up to date with ongoing news about Gears of War. E-Day, follow Gears of War. Let me do that now, before I forget. Am I following that already? I am. I'm just not. Why am I not having notifications turned on? Okay. But yeah, so basically that's everything that was in the article. There was a lot of information in there, bro. Like, I'm really excited to see how this new engine's gonna take place. We might see destruction for the environments, bro. We see how much stronger that the Locusts are gonna be, and the fact that they're putting such emphasis on the Locusts in this game is gonna be sick, dude. I really like the route that they're taking with this. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I really like the route they're taking, and I can't wait to play this game. Like, honestly, like, the game's probably not gonna come out to 2025 earliest, 2026 latest. But I'm fine with it. Like, they released information. They told fans. They have this interview, basically breaking everything down of, like, what's gonna happen with Gears of War in the future, how the technology is, how they rebuilt the game from the ground up, and, like, just how far they're trying to push this Gears game, and, like, how they want to go back to the horror side of Gears of War, which I like, bro. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm really happy, especially after reading this article. Like, I can't wait. I'm even more excited for Gears of War now than I was in the initial trailer, because it's a lot of information. I'm gonna read it a few more times just to soak in everything, so I can, like, you know, get all the information in my head. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just look at this article. Like, if you guys, I'm gonna link the article in the description, so if you guys want to read it for yourselves, it's gonna be there. Okay. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I know this video was type long, but this article was lengthy, and I wanted to get through it. I wanted to make sure I got through it, everything with y'all for the first time. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.